Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infamous Horrors and Infamous Interviews. Today, we are joined by Ethan Suplee to talk about his new movie, God is a Bullet. So, Ethan, how did you get involved with God as a Bullet?
Quite a few years ago, Nick Cassavetes told me he was interested in turning this book into a movie. And so I'd known about it for a long time, but it's not always easy to get a movie made, and
Right, yeah.
so I imagine like if David Fincher mentions to Brad Pitt that he has a book, maybe that's an easy movie to get made, but like for pretty much anyone else, it becomes quite complicated. So I knew about it a long time ago, and I knew Nick wanted me to play Gutter. Um, and I'm so thrilled that he got it made.
And did you read the book beforehand, too, to kind of get an idea of your character, or did you just read the script before you got it?
I just read the script. As an actor, I really want to give the director what he wants. And since Nick was so involved in the adaptation and it was really his vision, I didn't want to cloud that with other ideas from,
Right.
you pick up stuff, you have to lose a lot generally. I think the only, I thought Lord of the Rings, all three of them, they captured the majority of those books pretty well. And I thought on the road or sorry, not on the road, the road was a pretty good adaptation of Cormac McCarthy's book insofar as it took almost everything from the book. With something of this nature, there's stuff in the book that I believe we couldn't do because
Yeah.
it was too graphic and too, there are ratings boards and stuff that we have to adhere to. So I didn't want to read that. I also have four daughters and a granddaughter, so I'm not so interested in getting super deep on that kind of stuff.
Right, and you know what? That's an interesting segue because I did want to talk about Cassavetes doing this film. It's kind of refreshing in a way that it kind of takes you back to when films were kind of bold and dangerous and kind of, made you push the limits a little bit and what your characters could do. So how was it like working with him, Makia, and Nicole on this film as well?
It was awesome. I've known Nick. Nick is one of my best friends, and I've known him for 25 years. And he's somebody I trust absolutely. If he asks me to do something, I'm in. Um, and working with him on something like this was really fun because Nick really is interested in doing what he wants to do. He's not interested in compromising, and that can make it even more complicated in making a movie, because a lot of the times, I think they spent $40 million making this. That's a lot of money, and sometimes the money people say like, okay, we'll give you $40 million, but it can't be rated R, and that would be very, very tough to do with a movie like this. So it was great to be able to do this with Nick because he's got real integrity and a vision, and he's going to turn out a great product.
And working with Makaya and Nikolaj as well, because both of their characters, everybody's characters in this is really demanding as well, but those two in particular had to go through a lot. And when you were in that tunnel or slide with Makia near the end of the film, that had to be gratifying as an actor as well to just have that screen time with you two.
Yeah, that was fun. There's a I'm not I'm very hard on myself with how I look aesthetically. I don't ever think I really looked great or cool or anything like that. And there is one shot of me where I bend down and my arms are up going into the tunnel and it's looking back at me. And when I saw that, I thought, man, I look really cool. Like that might be the first time I've ever seen myself on screen and thought I look like a monster. Like I showed a picture of that to my 16-year-old daughter and she said, "You are a literal demon." And I was like, yeah, it's so awesome, isn't it?
That's really cool. So have you got a chance to watch the finished product of God is a Bullet yet?
I haven't seen the finished product. I tend to not like watching movies that I'm in because I'm very critical. although there was that shot that I saw and I thought I looked cool. So maybe I don't have as much to worry about in this one. But usually I watch stuff
Right.
with myself and I just get so overly critical of myself that it's hard for me to actually pay attention to the movie.
Right, and I'm the same way with my podcast. I really don't go back and listen to
Yeah, once it's done, it's done. You know, it's out there. We're not going to change it.
them. So, Ethan, you know, you didn't have any scenes with him, but how did it feel to know that you had somebody like Jamie Foxx's magnitude on this film as well?
It was awesome. It was really cool. Um, I was there a couple of days that he was filming, and it was really fun to be around him. He's a great guy.
So, did you guys have any conversations on set, or was it just kind of you were over here and he was over there as well?
Yeah, we didn't really have a lot of interaction, but it was great to know that he was in the movie, and to be in a movie with him was really fun.
And what is next for you after God Is a Bullet?
I just had a movie that premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival called Blood for Dust, and I just worked on a movie with two of my absolute favorite comedians, Stavros Halkias and Bobby Kelly. And I played Stavros's brother and Bobby's son, and Bobby's only 5 years older than me, so it is a bit of a
That's a
stretch.
bit of a timeline there.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, it's a movie, and so we're allowed to do that because it's a movie and we can get away with it. I don't know how believable it is, but I know the scenes are very funny.
Well, Ethan, thank you so much for joining us on Infamous Arts today. It's been fun, and I feel like I've been watching you since I was about 14. So it's been very cool having you on today.
AJ, it's been my pleasure. Thanks for talking to me.